Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. We're ready to enter the field of stars and approach the gate. I dropped off my scouts, I dropped off my fighters, and I dropped off some of our slaves to be able to fit through the gate. But we were able to take all of our inventory with us, so we don't have to worry about that. So we'll head out of the gate and then head over to the oil field and pick up the... basically try and replace the people that we left behind. Go ahead and force march a little bit into the settlement here. Do it. Do what I tell you. There we go. Exchange. And now, we dropped off a fair amount of fighters. It was like 17 people. So let's go ahead and get you two. How are we doing? So we have a bunch of cargo space, so we might as well take it to... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say we could take it to Cobber, but that is not an option. So let's go ahead and rest. Get our vigor. Leave. And we'll hit the other oil field on our way down. Or wait a minute, never mind. Well, this is new. The Comitatus moves dutifully across the vast expanse when on the horizon you spy a small camp in the distance. Drawing closer, you can see that the site is swarming with a wide variety of beasts, most of them mammalian. That fact and the design of their tent singles out the group as a bandul sacred. One of your Komis calls out to you, disturbing you from your reverie with the obvious question: do you want to bypass the small encampment or approach them to interact? Sure. After you direct the Comitatus to approach the small camp, it is not long before it comes into better view. Bandul herders and tribesmen are attending to a number of duties at the camp. You see one wrangling and wrestling a large dust moaner. Some are herding small animals, while others are taking a break in the shade with water skins at their hands. They are all dressed fairly similarly. Desert-colored cloth trappings, ragged burnouses, and all manner of headcloths adorn the Bronze Desert's native denizens. Noticing your arrival, a group of Bandul gather and come forward. At its head is a man who strides with a grace born of authority. Beneath hunting attire with tribal markings, you can see his lithe, wiry physique. His dark eyes pierce yours expectantly as he welcomes you to his nomadic sacred. He and his companions are armed with spears and scimitars made of bone, though they do not sense that they hold any antagonism for you. Once introductions are made, the man gestures to the camp behind him, asking how he can be of assistance. It seems he is open to trade or conversation, as is made clear when he bids his brethren return to their duties. We don't need to buy any of the stuff. Do you have any equipment? Trap kit? Beast lures? I don't really need any of this stuff. Alright, well that was interesting. I think I've met those people before, because I'm pretty sure I bought a dust moaner not realizing what it was, and it was just like a beast of burden. And I was like... now I feel stupid. I didn't know what its name was. I just thought it was mammal. In we go. All right, nothing to hide. Have our associates get us inside. Back to Cobber. A beautiful place if I've ever seen one. Now, oh, we don't have any active things. Oh, okay, so we just have to drop off the salt. First, let's do the Yurg propagation. In order to set up the crystal-tamed Yurg business in the city, you need a strong faction not only to pitch in, but also to put pressure on local magistrates. We've known that before. Take a look at your options. We do have great standing with Prince Faisal, honestly. 4. And we have good standing with Carpenter's Guild. Why don't we work with Prince Faisal? I imagine that will help our relationship with the Hanjari. It does not take long to convince the good prince of the merit of your proposal, as he is always open to new avenues of profit and becomes intrigued by the possibility to build a relationship with the Uscori. In fact, he tells you that the odd creatures have already contacted him, suggesting that you will soon appear with a proposition. An empty wing of the palace was set up to store Yurgs, and once the basics of the deal are established over great Tarki and coffee, Prince Faisal promises to take care of the rest, including the embedding of crystals by his own viziers. The hub is set up and you will be able to get your hands on crystal tame Yurgs for your Comitatus and Cobber too. It is good business. Yes! Do we have a level 5 with the Hanjari now? We do! Give me the reward. Chosen of Anubis. Crit and accuracy to all companions? Hell yeah. That's amazing. We have a long way to go with the carpenters. We have an even longer to go with the House Darius. It's not even close. Which is funny because House Darius has like a lot of stuff that's better for utilizing slaves, which we almost, pretty much exclusively use. Loaders Guild. Oh, we lost it because we dropped by 3, but we don't use workers anyway, so that doesn't really matter. It'd be cool to be able to get the Ratharnak Alliance too, because prospecting, engineering, and lore is just nice. Resistance is nice for the companions, and then arcane secrets, just, you know, additional secrets there. Combat strength against undead would always be welcome. And then just combat strength overall from the Church of Sergorod would be pretty sick. Oh wow, a blessed idol that makes enemy combat strength lessened by 10%? That's pretty crazy. Anyway. So let's load up on supplies here. Just, you know. Can we buy beasts right now? Oh, sick, we could, if we wanted to. Which we do. Let's get a Yerg. Don't get too many though, because we'll still have to fit them through the gate going the other way. I honestly think like 20... Yeah, I feel like 20 mounts and 4 beasts of burden is pretty good. As far as ratio goes. Because you can get through with like 12 fighters and like 15 slaves, and then that works just fine. We should get more fighters though while we're here. I'm thinking about it. Get all 7 of you. I like to have 30 fighters even though they can't fully mount up. And then why don't we just get a couple of you guys as insurance just in case. Okay, so now we're gonna head towards the bridge here because we would like to stop off at Utengray and drop off all of this marble. And oh, while we're here, we should be picking up workers. Yeah, let's get the 5. I don't need them for the Comitatus. I need them to drop off workers at the coffee shop. I'm hoping we can pick up at least 5 more from the Caverns of Largus / the Phlegatus Bridge, but we will see what we can do along the way. So let's see, Caverns or the bridge. 16, are you crazy? That's like half of my inventory. Much better, more reasonable, 3. Cairn Keep. No, we're not really interested in going all the way up to Cairn Keep. You know, we will go to Utengray, so we might as well take that. Hey, Caverns of Largus, sure. Okay, and then I guess we'll get one more stack of supplies. And we will rest here tonight. Get our vigor all the way back up. Get one more full stack, and then head out. I'm eager to see what happens when you finally finish the coffee shop. It's exciting to think about. And then it's funny how many of these like gather tons of resources missions there are, because we have the exquisite brew here, but then we also have this one, which is just like drag as much ivory and tin as you can to this place. So once we get the coffee shop off the ground, we will definitely be doing the oil field mission as well. Uh-oh, I heard about this. Somebody on the subreddit asked where they were like, "Can you have bugs and Ren in the same mission?" And they were like, "Technically yes, but also it makes Ren like really upset like one time." So let's deal with this. During the evening's camping, you are approached by Renkailon, who is uncharacteristically upset. You set aside your dinner and rise, but before even reaching you, the Dark Elf Scout begins to grumble. Those damn insects, why do we have to get them? Why? They're eyeing me, they are. You ask him to slow down, and you tell him what the matter is, but you can clearly see that fear rules his actions. Yergs, Vagrus, Yergs, that is what the matter is. I hate them, I do, and for good reason. One was coming at me threateningly just now. He seems to calm down some. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm very displeased by your decision to use them as pack animals. You should know better, you should. He storms off. The handlers swear that the Yurgs paid no attention to the Dark Elf, but he was skulking about. He almost bumped into one of the drones. That is when he began yelling, stomping about. The night passes without incident, and Renkailon apologizes for his behavior in the morning, but refuses to discuss this further. He just fumes quietly about the Yurgs from then on. Lost loyalty. That's okay. We'll just give him a book on magic, and he'll be right as rain in no time. Yeah, I knew that he's displeased one time when you use Yurgs as your mounts. I guess we'll see. It was told one time, but now I guess I'll be the test subject to find out if Ren truly does get over it. All right, turn this in. Available. Nothing what we're looking for. So we got 14 days worth of food. We might as well grab the free supplies while we're here. And then we should buy the rest of the supplies because the supplies available to us elsewhere. Oh, I forgot to give the salt to the guy. Da! That's okay. We'll get it back, or we'll give it to the guy when we get back to Copper. Fear not. My absent-mindedness strikes again. There's just so much to handle in this game. I was excited about getting the Yurg set up. We gotta remember to set up the Yurg. I think it's at Phlegatus where you can set up the Yurg, because they said they would be shipping the crystals from somewhere. From Tot, I believe. So that is what we will do. All right. Oh, I should have force marched, which we will do. No! Roaming undead? What the hell? You're not even that strong. I don't even need to build a barricade. You don't even have leaders to eliminate. All right, call the ranks. Activate. In we go. Well, this is unexpected. All of you are missing a hand, and 2 of you are missing a head. The least intimidating undead horde I've ever witnessed. All right, let's try to blow this guy out of the water. All right, he lived. Skeleton changes places. And we melted the skeleton. That is astounding. Killed that guy. Then I poked this dude. Oh, he punched Sidarius. How rude. Alright, stab him. Shoot him. Oh, he lived. Why don't you go ahead and reload? This is a little cheeky. But I'm gonna try to set up Sidarius for the kill so he can get his 1 HP back. And it worked. Sometimes it works. A lot of times I get punished for my hubris, but that one wasn't so bad. Oh, you guys, oh jeez. Got murdered. I guess we try to kill the rest of them now. You guys did terribly. You should have mowed. You failed. You should have mowed them down. I am infinitely disappointed in my own crew there. Not our like rank and file fighters. Ah, crap. This has been happening a lot lately, where the game is freezing upon loading. Hold on, I'll bring you right back. We're probably not gonna be fighting undead, but hold on. Don't go anywhere. Well, we're back. We're not fighting undead. This time we're fighting a huge Chakra horde. I don't know what, yeah, just to address the game freezing whenever we've entered combat. It's happened to me twice now on camera. And it's not something that ever happened to me before. So I don't know if there was like a recent update or maybe my PC's just getting old or something. I don't know. We don't need all of our people mounted. I would like to not, you know, expose our mounts to danger if we don't have to. Although now we do have access to being able to purchase Yurg on this side of the world at least. So that's something. Let's go ahead and stun this fool. And then concentrate on the middle one. He's gone. Let's throw down wards. So we can burn the alpha. The alpha got a couple of us. Stunned our orc boy, which is unfortunate. He shifted into the middle, which is honestly hilarious. Debuff all of you. Alright, just one of you. And then let's start focusing on the alpha now. Holy, he stunned our whole damn team! Except for Gorgoro and Eilani. Or, Krifta. Burn the good boy. Chop him up. Reload the gun. Can we kill the alpha? Highly unlikely. So let's just finish off the other one. You mauled me, and you couldn't get through my armor. Whoops. I guess I'll overwatch this spot in case he moves for some strange reason. And then he burned to death. It's not the worst thing in the world to fight Chakra, because you get a crap ton of supplies for fighting them. You got kidnapped by Chakra? Do we pursue? Why not? You got wounded again. And killed. Go ahead and heal. Got a slave back. Lost 3 fighters, 2 slaves. Got a lot of stuff for it, though. Oh, man, I was worried about that. Well, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and force march, even though we were low on vigor anyway. I just felt like doing it. Into the Manzio. Turn that in. Exchange for news. Could take you guys back to Cobber. Makes sense. We have plenty of food, so we don't really need that. Back to Cobber? Does anybody have anything that's smaller? Oh, sure enough. Only, you know what? I should probably just sell a stack of food and then take this one from House of Darius. This guy. Because that's 25 silver is pretty good. Alright, let's do the Yurk propagation here. Take a look at your options. Oh, thank God. I was going to say, do we need good relations with the Chimera Legion? Because I have not worked on that at all. The Loaders Guild is your ally, and that should suffice. Thank God. Once you explain your plans and ask for their aid in return for providing the Yurks through the embassy of Larnak, the Kapos inform you that they have already been contacted by the Adiskori, and we're only waiting for you to give them an official proposition. They see the merit in your plan and agree to fund the operation as well as deal with the local officials for the permit. In fact, they have already set up facilities for that and will embed the crystals via mages for hire. The hub is soon set up and you'll be able to get your hands on crystal-tamed Yurks for your Comitatus and Phlegatus too. It is good business. Huzzah. No, I'm an idiot. You know why? Because I forgot to get the workers at the caverns, and I needed 10. You know what we can do? We could hop up to Fort Erebus real quick here and see if they have 2 extra workers. We should also rest here, so maybe a worker will show up tomorrow. I don't know, man. Yeah, let's rest. People healed up. No extra workers. I should have known. Alright, to the Cairn Keep. Hopefully we get, or Fort Erebus, I should say. Cairn Keep is on the other side of the continent. Cross your fingers that we get lucky. Maybe not lucky, but just like, that there is indeed people who want to work here. So I'm gonna look mighty foolish if there aren't any workers. Thank God. 2 to Hackterast. Not what I'm looking for. But let's hire the extra fighters since they keep dying on me. No. Down, off we go. We don't need to stay in Fort Erebus. Not super lucky when it comes to generating vigor randomly. I think it's a 10% chance, or is it a 20% chance? Hey, there, that's what I was looking for. I think we have crowded camps. Maybe, maybe not. Into the coffee lands. Turn this in. All right. Let's go visit the fledgling site. Nope. The Curious Encampment. Elegant Hanjari tent. It's been a long time. After checking the entry is appropriate, visit Tamara. You begin conversing. You have brought resources. We have given her the workers. Now, we will sell her all the marble. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Apparently, we could still sell her more marble. How many crystal lamps have we sold her? We have a lot, because we, like, randomly picked up, like, 5 somewhere. In the Sunken Tower? Just keep selling her all the lamps. We've already sold her all the carpets. Oh, we've maxed out the lamps. Have we? Have we not? What's the max score she needs? Exquisite brew. 200, are you kidding me? It's gotta be, you know what it is? It's the fact that we've not really brought her any workers. Because it's at 175, right? Oh man, we gotta still bring her some more marble and then just bring her as many workers as we possibly can get our hands on. How many more days till we generate, I guess we'll see later. Let's sit down with Tamara for a coffee and a chat. Scarcely lack of topics to discuss with her. Speak of the battle for Tectum Carvos and your friendship with Prince Kareem. That did happen. You recount in great detail the return of the sandworms to the Searing Plains, and your subsequent efforts alongside Prince Kareem to muster a force to beat them back. Tamara sits back sipping on her coffee, taking it all in. Soon you're retelling the gritty scene that was the penultimate confrontation with the worms, and she leans forward, a question forming in her mind. Oh, and pray tell, adventurous Vagrus, how did you ultimately stem the tide of the threat? Did they not keep coming afterward? At length and with great care, you divulge the most entering yet safe version of events to tell, and the lady's gaze appraises you with cynical and exuberant energy. Some details do bear mentioning. The Sadirar, Prince Kareem, Prince Lakor, the Prefectus, and the Alufia were all instrumental in ultimately stemming the tide of the worms, with the decisive battle of Tectum Carvos, though the exact details of the discovery afterwards are best kept quiet for both of your sakes. That's right, they told me that I wasn't allowed to tell anybody, otherwise they'd kill me. Gods above, it is quite the story, isn't it? Enough to make any woman positively swoon with desire. She mocks coyly. But seriously, Vagrus, such tales I have only heard from poets. If what you say is true, then I'm not sure if I should revere or fear you. You are not sure if she is serious, but her interest is plain to see. Time wears on as you answer her questions, and her eyes glimmer with a longing for adventure. Clearly the tale has enraptured her. Soon the conversation draws to a close. Goodbye. Yeah, we need 25 more. We'll just need to get more marble and more workers, I guess. Let's exchange for news. What do you guys have for me? Oil fields. And the Onyx Outpost of all things. That's back to Cobber. I suppose the thing that makes the most sense is to go back to the Caverns of Largus and then just zip on back to Cobber. So let's rest here for today. We did ditch the workers that we don't need. And then we'll go on back. And today we will use our force marching. Zoom. For real? How dare you? All right. Oh, wait a minute. Why am I fighting these dudes? Go back. Flee. Give him, like, the millions of Osculite charms I have. Goodness. I should never be fighting undead. What a waste of everybody's time. Alright, into the caverns. I have so many Osculite charms. And they're cheap, too. Somebody asked me on the, or maybe not me, but asked on the Discord once upon a time, where they were like, how do you fight undead? And I was like, I don't. Unless I forget that I have Osculite charms. Never fight undead if you have those. It's just not worth it. Unless you're hunting ghosts for spectral residue. That's a different story. Then hack away. Need the fire and make it through the something to get through the night. We lost some vigor. Vigor is the one stat that I'm like, please never take it away. It's the hardest one to generate. It's not that hard, but by comparison anyway. But it is definitely the most difficult. Because every time you want to generate vigor, it lowers your obedience and your morale. And you're going unguarded. I guess that kind of makes sense. You give your people a break. They don't have to work. So everybody gets a good night's rest, so they all get their vigor back. I understand. I don't have to like it, but I get it. Lore-wise. And back to Cobber. We should have dropped off the salt at the beginning of the episode, but better late than never. Friends with the Hanjari, in we go. Drop off the workers. Let's go visit the Prince's Palace, visit the Seneschal, discuss his errands. You have completed it. Report on the success and bringing the prince one of his favorite delicacies. You let in the Seneschal on the details of how things unfolded to agree you consider appropriate. You retell the story of your acquisition. The Seneschal, astute as ever, directs queries at you aiming to discern the authenticity of your assertion. Your responses manage to evoke a semblance of satisfaction with a nuanced tinge of vexation from his countenance. You have the goods brought forth, and as promised, the Seneschal pays you double their market price. Ho 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 ho! Presenting a heavy pouch in the payment. With the gracious benevolence of his grace, I extend you our gratitude for your service, he intones, his words embellished with a subtle undertone. A performance of acceptable measure, it appears. You are excused for now. Pocketing the hefty pouch of coin, you move on to other matters. How many more tasks are there? Prince Faisal's taste bears the mark of perfection, a true evident even to those who only have met him briefly. His penchant for superior materials manifests itself in choices of what adorns and fortifies the jewel of the north, he says, his voice taking on a subtle tone of admiration and approval alike. Being a trade prince, not only are such opulent inclinations his birthright, but the ample supplies of the princely coffers also grant him the means to indulge himself. At times, however, the acquisition of these materials comes with great effort, and therein lies your role, Vagrus. Akir pauses for effect, and pregnant yet somber silence hangs in the air for a few moments. He then moves on to the details. Oh, the mines of plenty, I know them well. In the heart of the mines of plenty lies a treasure born of fire and time, iron, one of the most valuable resources on Zareen. Its ore yields to the blacksmith's strikes and dances with the fervent flames of the forge, its silent resilience mirroring the fortitude of those who shape it, the backbone of the most resilient architecture far and wide. It is imperative that a man of Prince Faisal's stature and position has a source of this metal. Therefore, you are to bring a large haul of iron from the mines, which we shall graciously purchase from you at a considerable premium. The Seneschal entrusts you with your task with a slightly sarcastic undertone. He then discloses the name of the prince's preferred metal merchant and whom you can ask within the Ratharnak Emporium at the Mines of Plenty. You shall bring a large haul of iron from the Mines of Plenty. Sure. I bet we get a lot of money for that. 35 days to go. 16 iron, that's not that bad. That's 2 stacks. Easy. Okay, well, I think what I'll do then is I will do a little bit of trading. I'm going to go ahead and hire these 7 workers, and then I'm just gonna run around. I'll drop them off back at Utengray here and see basically I'm gonna watch and see how many points I get for selling the workers, and then kind of do the math and see how many more times I have to do that. But then I will bring you guys back when we go back to the other side of the world together. And then we will pick back up over here. I'm thinking, depending on if Ren decides to pop back in and tell us about what his next step is. Otherwise, what we might do then is pick up with the next step of the outpost and just see how that go. Because I can drop off all the materials. We'll see. We'll pick up on the other side of the world together, and we'll do some trading. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Vagrus, the Riven Realms, or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.